So in this video, we're going to be talking about smart home devices, what different types of devices they are, and the different things that you can do now that you've selected a network and a voice assistant for your home. So stay tuned. Hey enthusiasts, my name is Kyle Wright and I'm your smart home butler. If you want to be educated, empowered, and informed about everything smart home technology, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button and click the bell so you can get notifications about future videos. So let's talk a little bit about the different devices that you can have in your home. If you're wanting to look into networking or voice assistants, I have already talked about those in the 2 previous episodes of this series. So I'll link that in a card above so y'all can get to that playlist easily. So I think one of the first devices that most people will put in their home is a doorbell so they can see when people come to the door or when packages are being dropped off. This is a great device to look into, and you can even have your voice assistants announce when somebody rings your door. This is a great starter device for your home. There's 2 main competitors. You have Nest and Ring. They both make awesome products. Nest has a really nice HDR camera with 24/7 recording, and as well as Ring also has battery operated doorbells. So Ring is going to be the answer for people that are living in an apartment. So let's talk a little bit about lighting. There's a lot of competitors in this space. You've got Philips Hue, Lifix, Wise, plenty of other brands to go around. One of the great things about adding lighting to your house next is the automations that you can start getting into. If somebody rings your doorbell, then you can have a certain light turn a different color or blink twice. Or, if you get more complicated and you have contact sensors on your, laundry machine or dishwasher or things like that, you can set up automations where if the washer has been closed for more than 2 hours, remind me to put laundry in the dryer. So it can be really cool to use lighting for those sorts of automations. The next device that you may want to consider for your smart home is a smart thermostat. These thermostats are amazing and can be very cost effective in the long run, as it allows you to use geofencing on your cell phone to tell it when you aren't home so that it's not wasting energy cooling or heating your home when nobody is there. It also can use various other sensors, external sensors, things like that, to detect people in other rooms that do not have a cellular device. You can set those up so that if somebody is at home, a kid is sleeping and they're in bed until 10 o'clock, the air conditioner won't cut off on them. There's 2 main competitors here. You have the Nest thermostat as well as the Echo B. There's also Honeywell, but I personally have never used one. So these can be great brands to look at if you're wanting to think about a thermostat. Plugs can be a great thing to add into your home. There's so many brands that do plugs. We've got Wemo, SmartThings, so many other brands and so many different variations. Even Amazon has their own line of smart plugs. So the great thing about plugs is you can control a lot of devices that aren't necessarily smart. Turn on a lamp, for instance, or you can have it turn on your coffee maker 30 minutes before you get out of bed, or turn on your curling iron so that it's hot when you're ready to straighten your hair. Smart plugs can be a really great way to incorporate a little bit of smarts to devices that are typically not smart. So plugs are definitely something you want to consider. Next, let's talk about cameras. Security is very important in the home. There's a lot of competitors. Nest and Ring both make products, as well as there's a cheap alternative that you can use through Wise. Security cameras are a great way of knowing when somebody is in your home or outside of your home that should not be. Most cameras have a 2-way audio feature so that you can communicate with whoever is on the other side of the lens, as well as it just gives you peace of mind knowing that at any time you can check on your home and make sure that it is secure from people who shouldn't be there. And then the last device I'm going to talk to you about is probably door locks. I know there's a lot of concerns around the topic of smart door locks. Oh, somebody's going to hack in and unlock my door. Unfortunately, people can unlock your traditional door if they know how to pick a lock. Honestly, getting past the encryptions that a lot of these smart lock companies have is probably more difficult than it is to pick a traditional lock. So if somebody wanted to get into your home, unfortunately, they're probably going to get in either way. So there's a lot of competitors in the door lock industry. You've got August locks, which are pretty much the number one. Yale makes some locks that work with the Nest infrastructure. There's a lot of other brands to check out. One of the great things about having a smart lock is, especially if you have young children that are coming home from school, you can give each child their own unique PIN code to get into the door, and you can receive notifications from your lock letting you know that that child got home safely. So it can be a great way to keep an eye on your children if you're still at work in the afternoon. Also, you don't have to worry or try to remember if the door is locked, because a lot of these smart door locks can detect when the door is closed, and if the door is closed and it is not locked, it will usually lock automatically within a set time interval. So, question of the day: what devices would you like me to talk about in future videos? Let me know in the comments below. I love to get y'all's feedback. The next video in our series, we're going to be talking about the different technologies used within smart home and the protocols that go with it. So you're going to want to check that out in this next video that I'm putting here on the end screen. If you haven't watched the other two videos in this series about networking and voice assistants, then I'm going to link that in a playlist down below. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and click the bell so you can get notifications about future videos.